Greetings, welcome back to Black Bear News, where we are discussing climate change, abrupt climate change, and things adjacent. Good to see you all here. It was a little bit of a struggle to get here. Had to get my official mic going. The mic on the side of my head makes this newscast official. Good to see you guys. Hello. Just gonna go through the list. William, what's up? Zoxalix, Idlemania, Human. Human says on April 23rd, 2020, we're going after the biggest pipeline of all, the money pipeline, to end the financing of fossil fuels. Join us at the Earth Day climate strikes. Stop the money pipeline. I thought Earth Day was April 22nd, but maybe that's just the day of the protest, or that's the day of the climate strikes. I'm confused. Human again says members of the Wet'suwet'en First Nation who are protesting the gasoline pipeline project in British Columbia actually okayed the project with one request. They asked GasLink to move their pipeline 100 meters away from a 10,000-year-old site considered sacred by the Wet'suwet'en. GasLink said no. To which Zoxalix said, the biggest insult to an oligarchy is saying no to them. Exactly. No, thank you. No, we got your card. We see what you're doing, and we're gonna yell loudly about what you're doing. It's wrong what you're doing. Human says the corporate media is directly profiting from Mike Bloomberg's rise as he spends fortunes on. Of course, it's good for business. Just very quickly, yeah, Bloomberg is spreading a lot of money around and hiring quite a few people to be in his campaign, to be part of his campaign. He actually donated something like $300,000 to the DNC. And then they were like, yeah, sure, come on in. The DNC is broke, by the way. So they'll just take anybody's money because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, hello guys. Sorry I missed you yesterday. It was one of those days. As I said before, I'm working on a lot of music. I'm playing a lot of music, and so it's kind of hard to balance the channel and the music. So sometimes the music takes over all my time. Jamin Shively is live right now too. Okay, good. Excellent. Osama, what's up? How to do? TCR, Tory Purgers. Says, yo, Papa Bear. Well, hello there. It's my bear impersonation. You like it? D Ranch, Natural Progressive, hello. Listening while working? Excellent. Kablob Technology says, I like money. Well, don't we all? And, I mean, we kind of need money to live. I wish we didn't. Raza Remen, breaking news. No ants in the Antarctic. I heard that one before. Break it live. So yeah. Tory Purgers, thank you. Fuck Bloomberg buying elections. Dead on. F that guy. You know, my thoughts are, and some others share this, is that, you know, Bloomberg will probably turn a lot of heads with his ads and his money, but when he actually hits the debate stage and actually has to face down Bernie Sanders, like, when the field starts winnowing and you've got Bernie and Bloomberg left standing, and people start to hear the arguments from each side, they're going to go, yeah, Bloomberg, not so much. Plus, Bloomberg has a lot of dirt, and it's already coming out. Like, there's just so much dirt on Bloomberg. The only thing that Bloomberg has going for him, is that people think that he can beat Trump. That's the only thing. So, to a lot of people, to a lot of Democrats, they only care about beating Trump. They don't care about anything else. They're like, I don't care about change. I don't care about healthcare. I don't care about people dying in the street. I don't care about people going bankrupt. I don't care about people living in the street. I don't care. I just want to beat Trump because, for whatever reason, I guess that's a good reason. But it's like, look, we already tried that before. We already did the whole we just gotta go with the team because it's the only way to beat Trump, and that didn't work out so well. And I just put a post on Facebook this morning about how Obama won because he ran a progressive campaign. He ran his message was hope and change. He was a change candidate. He was offering people something different, and people gravitated towards that. That's why he won. He didn't win because he was like, vote for me. I'm really pragmatic, and I'm a centrist, and I'm going to really take it easy and really try and work with Republicans. Like, that wasn't his message at all. He was like, we're going to do totally something different. That's why he won. Anyways, I think Bernie wins that fight by a KO. Osama says, so glad you're fired up for doing your excellent music. Thanks, man. Yeah, I am fired up. I'm super fired up. I'm really going to go hard on this project for the next couple months. So, again, I apologize for my intermittency on this channel. I'm going to do my best. They are scared of Bernie. They're absolutely scared of Bernie. And they're going to have a hard time shutting him down. I believe. Christian Sorensen says, followed you since you were on the Red Llama channel, also a musician here. What's up, Christian? How you doing? Thanks, man. Thanks for hanging out for so long. All right, so, oh yeah, one more thing. Zoxalix, yeah, you're right. Congresswoman in Scotland, Ireland or Scotland, called out the U.S. election as fraudulent. Indeed. Indeed. It already is. It looks like there's a lot of fraud happening already. I don't know. Anyway, so let's get into the news. I'm not going to keep this too long. And we're already 10 minutes into this. Or 8 minutes into it, excuse me. So, yet another temperature record in Antarctica. They measured a temperature of 20.75 C, logged at Seymour Island. This is from yesterday, from The Guardian. 20.7 C was logged by Brazilian scientists at Seymour Island on February 9th, almost a full degree higher than the previous record of 19.8 C taken on Signy Island in 1982. Follows another recent temperature record. This happened at the Argentinian research station at Esperanza of 18.3. We are now seeing a warming trend in many of the sites we are monitoring, but we have never seen anything like this. So the Antarctic, it just gets warmer. And the Earth just gets warmer. We just had our highest temperature globally. January 2020 was the highest month of global temperatures yet recorded. So there's that. The trend is upward, and the trend continues. Um, let's move on. Somebody wanted to discuss insect loss. There actually is a recent article about this from the University of Helsinki from February 10th. Scientists warn humanity about worldwide insect decline and suggest ways to recognize and avert its consequences. Okay, what are these? Ways to recognize. I think we've already got those ways to recognize. I think we've already seen that it's happening. It's well documented. I don't know about averting though. I'm interested in that. What do they mean by that? So let's just overview. Insect declines and extinctions are accelerating in many parts of the world. With this comes the disappearance of irreplaceable services to humans, the consequences of which are unpredictable. A group of scientists from across the globe has united to warn humanity of such dangers. So we're also seeing this as well. You know, groups of scientists in the hundreds will, kind of band together and warn humanity about the fact that we're going over the cliff. And this is, it's been happening for decades, so I don't see the difference in this, but it just keeps on coming. So let's go down to, so we know this is happening. We know what's going on. We know the situation is dire. They go down to the end of the article, practical solutions to mitigate insect apocalypse. The researchers also suggest practical solutions based on existing evidence gathered from around the world, which would help to avoid further insect population loss and species extinctions. These include actions such as setting aside high quality and manageable portions of land for conservation, i.e. no-go zones. No-go. Will this happen? I don't know. Transforming global agricultural practices to promote species coexistence and mitigating climate change. Okay. Above all, communicating and engaging with civil society and policymakers is essential for the future mutual well-being, both of people and insects. All right, so it was a rather bland message at the end there, but and I would further this message by saying, we need policymakers and people in place that actually understand that climate change is a thing, actually understand the threat to the earth, and actually understand what it's necessary to do, that something be done about this, A, and B, put actual policies in place that might stem the tide of destruction. Question, will that happen in time? Question, will that happen at all? Question, how, who and what, where are these people that can get into office or become policymakers? Can we stem the tide before people, realize how bad the situation is and take matters, take the policy making into their own hands? Kablob Technology says the normies are still having kids and buying their dream house. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Yeah. Valentine's Day. I don't know. It's a nice sentiment. Love is great. Love is a nice sentiment. I believe in love. I don't know that we need a day to encourage everybody to go out and buy things. We don't need yet another one of those days. But you can tell somebody you love them, Happy Valentine's Day. There you go. It's pretty simple. Called my daughter this morning and told her, Happy Valentine's Day, I love you. So there you go. My Valentine's Day. That's about it. Soxolix going to be a boon for a time for American sellers of crap. Indeed. John Lundqvist says Gaia are shutting down China. Fun Games says Soylent Green serving the people until the very end. Indeed. Osama number 5 says love is a very good, if very misunderstood human emotion. Indeed. And I believe that love can go beyond a feeling and actually become action. So, destroying the earth in order to buy more things is not a very loving action. Going South says second Valentine's Day of no sea ice here. We had some this day in 2018. Wow. Going South, you changed your handle to something that I can't even read. I don't know what it means. It's a lot of symbols, a lot of symbology. Hold on, I'm just trying to read through some of these comments. I missed something. The Last Monkey says, my dog is happy somehow. My dog is really happy. Happy dog. I'm going to go play fetch with her in a few minutes. Tory Perger says 2020 will be a good year. Either Bernie wins or the world is over anyways. Win-win. It's one way to look at it. Salt Laker says the DNC loves you. Love in that kind of, narcissistic, kind of narcissistic way, right? In a psychologically disturbed way. The DNC loves you only if you love them back, and it's completely conditional. Otherwise, no love for you. Anyways, I was trying to think of the whole thing. Narcissistic personality disorder. I don't know why my brain isn't working today. Let's move on. Got this from Nick Humphrey's page. A remarkable near-record wind gust reported at Hafnarfjall Station, Iceland. 255 kilometers per hour. Again, this has been coming up in a lot of reports, stories lately, that there's high wind readings. What this all means, no one knows for sure. It means that climate change is changing the earth and causing intense windstorms. So that actually translates to 159 miles per hour. And this is from today. Yeah. So I guess this was a record. Or near record. It says near record, excuse me. The record holder remains the station at Geinho. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Geinhoi in southwest Iceland, which recorded 267.1 kilometers an hour on January 16th of 1995. Probably the difference between now and 1995 is that we're getting high wind readings, all over the globe, or we're getting numerous high wind readings in different places at different times. So there seems to be an uptick of this, and generally higher wind causing higher currents, ocean currents, which we just talked about in the last video. So the coronavirus too seems to be, doing its thing. Doing what the coronavirus does. There's now 60,000 cases. And I was just reading. If you guys are interested, I was just I was just watching a video from a doctor talking about the impact of sleep in your susceptibility to not just colds and flus, but also your susceptibility to the coronavirus and also the recovery from the coronavirus. So, sleep is your friend, and I know this because I'm constantly in a battle to get enough sleep. I just don't really function well with less than like 7 or 8 hours of sleep. Even 7 hours is like not enough. So if you're worried about contracting any flu, virus or bug, get your sleep if you can. Fun Game says, gonna make rogue waves. High winds, of course. Interstellar Fred says, Bloomberg, Republican light. Oh, indeed. Not even light. I mean, he's just straight up Republican. Trying to foist himself as some kind of champion of the people. It's just so transparently a lie. I don't know how people are buying this. Osama says, "Love, look to the animal kingdom and you will see true love." So, speaking of political news, Sanders. So I guess there has been a new bill introduced, a fracking ban introduced by Bernie Sanders and AOC. And this is from yesterday. From Truth Out, Sanders and AOC's fracking ban angers centrists and their fossil fuel backers. Really? Oh my, tell me more. How could you guys go and anger those centrists? I mean, those just, nice, caring centrists that just want to be in the middle and just, we just want to be in the center and not do anything. We want to help Republicans destroy the earth in a bipartisan way, in a friendly bipartisan way. That's what centrists want to do. House Democrats have finally unveiled a flurry of climate bills aimed at reducing greenhouse gas emissions, but activists say only one proposal represents the gold standard for tackling the climate crisis. Legislation introduced by Senator Bernie Sanders and Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez that would ban fracking nationwide. While none of these bills are likely to become law under President Trump, of course, together they form the contours of a fierce debate among Democrats and environmentalists over the future of energy. Democrats should be environmentalists. Why is there a debate between, or they said among, okay, so I'm reading something into this as in between Democrats and environmentalists over the future of energy in an age of climate disruption. Ocasio-Cortez, the House sponsor of the Green New Deal legislation and a Sanders campaign surrogate, introduced the House version of the fracking ban on Wednesday. Since its introduction in the Senate on January 31st, the fracking ban has divided presidential hopefuls and drawn criticism from conservatives and the industry. Of course it has. Because they're corrupt pieces of shit. That's why. There is no reason why you should support fracking. It's only because of money, because of their corporate donors. I mean, this is just incredibly obvious. Anybody who can't see this, I don't know where you get your news or what you're thinking about in your day. Maybe not a lot. Maybe you're just trying to get to work and back. I don't know. The fracking ban has divided presidential hopefuls. We already read that. Legislation would ban fracking 2,500 feet from home and schools. That's not even 2,500 feet. How far is that? Not very far. What is that, half a mile? From home and schools in 2021 to protect public health and institute a nationwide ban on the controversial oil and gas extraction process by 2025. Both versions would require the Labor Department to develop a just transition plan for placing fossil fuel workers into new jobs within their own communities. Hey, that sounds really logical and completely appropriate. But golly, we can't have this happen. Fracking has enabled oil and gas boom that prompted public backlash and made the U.S. a fossil fuel powerhouse capable of dominating global production for decades. That's what we don't want if we want to actually deal with climate change. Centrist Democrats, aka Republicans, have long seen fracked gas as a cheap, cleaner burning bridge fuel to replace coal. Thank you. However, environmentalists argue that methane leaking from fracking infrastructure contributes to global carbon emissions, and allowing the boom to continue will lock in climate warming fossil fuel pollution for decades. That is correct. Last month, Democrats in the House introduced a bill with a similar goal, achieving 100% clean energy economy with net zero emissions by 2050, which is 30 years from now, which is way too late. If we're listening to the scientists that say we have 12 years, 30 years is 3 times that window of opportunity we have to save ourselves. So that's not going to help us. Just basic math there, people. Just basic math. Sanders' bill to ban fracking has burst the fissure wide open. I like that use of words. These bills reveal a divide among Democrats. Climate is shaping up to be the defining issue of the 2020 campaign. As well it should. If you understand that climate change is a problem, then you don't want to vote for somebody who's like, yeah, we're going to take slow incremental steps to deal with climate change. We're just going to do what we can if the Republicans will let us. But I don't know if they will. They may not agree. So we may have to, give up some things. That's not the plan you want to take. If you're trying to save the planet, that is not the position you want to go with, okay? So, has Dar Jamail stopped writing for Truth Out, or is he retired? I haven't seen any Dar Jamail. I haven't seen any Dar Jamail articles lately, and this seems to be in the format of a Dar Jamail article, but it's not Dar Jamail, it's Mike Ludwig writing for Truth Out. So maybe he's taken over the climate desk. Anyways, yeah, so this goes on to do like kind of a climate change roundup. I'll post this in the description box. I don't know, lots of people think that we don't have time to do anything realistic about this. Some people are trying, against all odds. Bernie Sanders has been more vocal again and again and again. Like every single time he speaks now, he's incredibly vocal about climate change. That's, he is the climate change candidate. For better or worse, he's the person in position to do the most about climate change. So that, that has to say something for his support if you are concerned about climate change. Y'all speaking Swedish in the chat. I can't understand what's going on. Help. Sean says, if you haven't done so already, please like this video. Thank you, Sean. Yes, indeed. Please like the video. Jim Martin says the Dems sold out a long time ago. They are controlled opposition. Well, for the most part, they are. There are a faction of Democrats that are changing the game. They are trying to change the game. They are trying to change the party. They're trying to say, look, we don't want to be the sold out party. We're not supposed to be the sold out party. We're supposed to be the opposition party. And you have people like AOC, Ilhan Omar, Jayapal, of course, Bernie Sanders. You have Ro Khanna. You have people that are part of, the progressive wing of the party that are trying to change it up, that are saying we're not going to take, lobby money or corporate money or PAC money, and we're only going to fundraise from the people so that we can do the bidding of the people. That's their whole platform, and it's a reasonable one. I think it makes perfect sense, and it also is effective because they're being lobbied against, and they're being their whole agenda is being thwarted by the corporate people in Congress. AOC is trying, they're trying to primary AOC. There's like 10 people in the race against AOC, and they're all like corporate backed people. They're trying to take her out. They don't like her at all. They're trying to get rid of her as quickly as they can. And they're, it's pretty much like what they're doing in the presidential race. They're trying to run every single person against Bernie. They're like, how about a progressive or somebody that looks like a progressive that's actually a centrist, or Elizabeth Warren? She can just mock, or mimic his policies and try and steal votes from him. How about, a straight up centrist? How about a young guy? How about a gay guy? How about how about Deval Patrick, a black guy? How about, they're like, how about all these people? How about Bloomberg? How about a Republican? How about anybody but Bernie? They're really trying to do everything they can. And it's really insulting, that they are doing it the way that they're doing it. But not that I'm against. I voted for Obama. I have obviously don't care if somebody is black. I just want somebody to represent the will of the people. I don't care if somebody's gay. I want somebody to represent the will of the people. All gay people, all black people. I don't care if somebody's a woman. I want them to represent the will of the people. All women. Not just, not just some, but all. Anyways. Oh, Danish. Sorry. I don't know, Tori. I mean, I can't even read it. I don't know what you're saying. Golly. I'm just a dumb guy over here. I'm just an American guy over here. Anyways. Tori Perjures, I might be gay because I fucking love AOC. Straight up. More power to you. Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of black people that felt betrayed by Obama. I mean, that's just straight up fact. They were like, yeah, he didn't really change anything, substantive for black people, but whatever. And that's exactly what Bernie Sanders is trying to do. That's why he has a multiracial coalition. That's why he has a multi-generational coalition. He's gender identity positive. He's, all people are welcome. And all people support him. All kinds of people support him. Not all people. Not yet, anyways. Salt Lakers, okay. Japanese. All right, you guys. I don't know what's going on. I wish I was multilingual and could read all these languages. Scott Andrews says, I'm looking forward to the asteroid tomorrow. It's going to be a close call. Saturday morning, 6:30 Eastern time. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see if the asteroid can come in, for a news scoop. Maybe I'll go live at 6:30 Eastern time. No, I won't, because that'll be 3:30 my time. So not going to happen. No, and I voted for Obama, and if I lived in New York, I would have voted for AOC. If I lived in, I voted for Jill Stein last election. Somebody who reflected my views, my moral compass, I guess, if you will, whatever. Anyways, guys, so yeah, that was the news I wanted to cover today. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to sign out. Keep your eyes open for that asteroid. Did I tell you about the sleep? I did tell you about the sleep. Remember to get a lot of sleep tonight. I won't be up watching for the asteroid. I'll be sleeping. But if you're up, let me know what's going on. Somebody post something. You guys can post comments, right? Scott Andrews, Kevin, it might be your last broadcast. Well, I hope it was a good one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Salt Lakers, I hate having to stream in the middle of the night. Yeah, me too. All right, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for being here. Peace out, and I will see you on the next one.